with pleasure. He could not be certain if he spoke the words or if he thought them. All he was certain of was that he was going to seize her offering. Duncan tarried not a moment more. The instant the invitation had been issued from her gorgeous lips, he had gone mindless. Every intention he'd had to keep a respectable distance between them vanished, replaced by his mouth on hers. Kissing her was a horrid idea, altogether wrong. He endangered his opportunity for vengeance with each reckless moment of abandon, and yet he could not help but to want more. Her lips parted for his questing tongue. She sighed into his mouth. Lady Frederica Isling tasted sweet and dangerous all at once, 1,000 times more delicious than the forbidden fruit that was responsible for man being banished from the Garden of Eden. The Bible verses came to him now, as he kissed her, with all the driving need inside him. Voraciously, ferociously, for dust you are, and to dust you will return. He would gladly be the dust for this woman. She was a confusing clash of innocence and an inclination to sin, of womanly curves and male attire, of nonsensical stories and soul-jarring clarity. She was temptation incarnate. It was undeniable. His hands were on her, moving from the desk to slide beneath her coat. His palms found her arse, and it was high and full, soft yet firm. He squeezed gently, catching her lower lip between his teeth and giving her a gentle bite. She made a startled exhalation that ended on a breathy sound of need. He felt in his bollocks. He forgot she was an innocent, the daughter of a duke, the means by which he could achieve the one goal driving him since his youth. He lifted her, setting her atop his desk, not giving a proper damn what papers she sat upon. They were either covered in her flowery script, or marked by his rigid scrawl, and he did not care if they blotted out every word in the English language with their love-making, as long as he could keep her here and ravish her to his liking. And ravish her he would, as far as he could go whilst leaving her innocence intact. She never should have told him to kiss her, never should have bloody well invaded his territory from the first, pretending to be her brother, dressing as a man, inventing preposterous stories that only made him want her more. Because now he could not stop. He inhaled violets and dragged his lips down her throat. The cravat had to go. Duncan kept one hand on her waist, her heat and curves tantalizing him, even through the twin layers of her waistcoat and shirt. With his left hand, he plucked open the knot on her neckcloth, not even a passable mathematical, and tossed it to the floor, leaving the smooth skin of her throat open for his exploration. "Oh," she whispered, her hands landing upon his shoulders, her fingers digging into his flesh when he licked the place where her pulse gave her away. "You should not have untied that knot. I need to reuse the dreaded thing." "You ought not to return here." He felt compelled to warn against her skin, even as he licked her again. She tasted different here, flowery, with a slight tinge of salt. The best damn thing he had ever tasted, including any miracle Lavoisier had ever managed to whip together. "Can you not see, Lady Frederica? Coming here the first time was a mistake. Returning, sheer folly." She gasped when the hand on her waist travelled slowly along her curves until he found the buttons of her waistcoat and undid each one.